Norfolk is experiencing a dramatic rise in deer populations, partially due to changing agricultural practices and the lack of natural predators, which is causing great concern to ecologists and landowners alike.
So we've got colossal numbers of deer here in Norfolk. If we look at the number of deer per kilometre square, here in the Broads, the average across the whole of the farmland and all the nature reserves is about 20 per kilometre squared. But when you actually look at where they are in the landscape, we can get over 110 per kilometre squared in these nature reserves. So the impact of those deer is very concentrated. So what we've got here are deer trackways. So these are basically the footprints of the deer as they move through our nature reserves. And what they're doing is they're breaking through the surface. But underneath it, we've got a very sloppy peat-based sediment. It makes it incredibly difficult for us to take machines on and to manage these fens. They're also grazing as they're in our fen landscape. So we've got the rare milk parsley, and this is the food plant of the swallowtail butterfly, which is Britain's largest butterfly. You know, it's in 16 sites only in the Broads. That's the only place that it lives in the whole of the UK.
You remove that vegetation off the top and you get degraded peat, and you've got a greenhouse gas issue, haven't you? The carbon just starts to oxidise.
Yeah. We can't get machines on and do the cutting that we're used to. And we absolutely don't know what impact that's having on these really rare species.
The damage caused by deer on this farm, you can split into two. Muntjac to the woodland and the base of the hedgerows, Chinese water deer coming off the fen onto the arable crops and grazing. And then the real major damage is caused by the red deer, staying in the fen at night, then coming out, grazing and trampling arable crops. The deer damage has got to such a point that we've taken quite drastic steps in taking whole fields out of agricultural production because the risk is so great.
The aim of the Norfolk Farming and Wildlife Advisory Group and the wider Norfolk Deer Strategy is to build a collaborative partnership across land ownership boundaries that will more efficiently and effectively manage deer populations, which will produce a natural source of valuable and healthy food. We're working with chefs at schools and colleges to get venison on the menu right across the county.
It's sustainable, it's locally sourced, and it's nutritious. It's really high in protein, low in fat, and packed with nutrition.
Venison is not commonly used in colleges like East Norfolk, but actually our young people need to know that this is a great food choice for them, and it helps them to understand much more about the environment around them. This is doing our little bit to help our farmers and also help the environment.
We supplement our beef mince for venison now. Better product, it's very lean and it's cheaper than beef. Today we're using venison to make sticky chili venison with a rice and bean sprout salad.
The deer population is increasing year on year. We need to resolve this issue across the landscape, and to do that we need collaboration amongst all the different landowners. And for us, this is a really fragile habitat. There's a lot at stake if we don't get this right.
There are huge long-term risks. Overgrazing of agricultural land, loss of habitat in the wetlands, and the loss of understory in the woodlands. There's also road collisions.
The Norfolk Deer Strategy, working in partnership with the Broads Authority and other agencies, is working hard to collaborate and bring about change. We'll deliver better environmental and economic outcomes, boost British food security, and deliver sustainable, healthy venison across the county.